Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So we have an update regarding T-Mobile. Link for the article down below for you in the description as per usual. We're talking about Assurance Wireless here. It looks like they made some mistakes here and T-Mobile is most likely going to pay for this. Well, they are paying for this. Looks like they've been called out by the FCC as Assurance has failed to comply with multiple sections of the Communication Act. Here's the story. So it looks like a blind customer who's been with Assurance Wireless for more than 10 years. Keep in mind, Assurance Wireless was basically given to T-Mobile as a result of the merger with Sprint. So T-Mobile is basically responsible for their behavior now because it is a subsidiary of their business. So it looks like this customer has been having issues with their smartphone. Looks like they required a feature phone equipped with a screen reader for his disability. He's not able to use a touchscreen because he cannot see. So according to the customer, he requested for a new device back in 2021. The FCC imposed an order on Assurance after they've failed to comply with the multiple sections of the Communication Act. And they're saying as a result of this, the customer had to endure 3 years of delay in service and continuously having to call customer service. So there's been a lot of back and forth with this customer. And also, there was a major delay in shipment after Assurance kept sending a device that he could not use. So he had to keep going back and forth with that as well. They're saying in March of 2023, the man received a CoolPad Beliza phone feature, which should have ended this argument here, but they're saying that the FCC argued that the phone was not activated and he could not make or receive phone calls. So that led to another file of complaint by this customer on May 10th of 2023. T-Mobile engineers were able to find the issue that prevented the feature phone from connecting to the network on May 18th of 2023. But of course, this still raised another concern of the device not being equipped with a native screen reader that the consumer needed. This led the FCC to issue an order on July 2nd, 2023, after Assurance Wireless violated Sections 255C and 716B1 of the Communications Act of 1934, as amended the Act and sections of 6.5B1 and 14.20A2 of the Commission's rules by failing to ensure its Lifeline service is accessible to and usable by individuals with vision disabilities. In its response, Assurance argued that a manufacturer told them that at least one device could be operated in a mode without vision. This led them to rely on the information told to them by the manufacturer. So, of course, they're saying a few months later, and the customer continued to have problems making calls. Shortly after, the company transported him to a store location, and they discovered his phone was in airplane mode. After turning off this feature, the customer was able to make calls again. In December, the customer encountered another issue, which led him to file directly with the FCC. The agency ordered the company to replace the customer's device, which would be compatible with its Lifeline service. They also ordered the wireless provider to train its customer service team to assist handicapped subscribers and improve its process for handling accessibility issues. So, big mess here. Now, why are we talking about this? Well, it just goes to show you that all of these mergers and acquisitions can sometimes come back to bite you, right? Now T-Mobile has this little bit of a mess here that they have to settle, but I guess that's part of the game. Now, it's really interesting, though, that this customer has gone through so many difficulties. All it really would have taken was just a little bit better training with Assurance Wireless. All of this could have been avoided, right? So it does definitely, it's a wake-up call. It's a smell of coffee, if you will, to have, these wireless carriers need to train their staff, should I say, much better, because all these types of things can be avoided. Now, you'll always have the customer with a disability that will be rough, will be tough for you to handle. You cannot make everybody happy. There's going to be some customers that just don't get it, and unfortunately, they will take it out on the company. In this case, this customer was not playing games. They've just kept filing and filing complaints with the FCC. Most customers would have just left and went somewhere else, or they would have had, maybe got someone else, either a neighbor or a friend or a relative to maybe try to assist them. Maybe in this case, this customer doesn't have anybody that's willing to take the time to assist them. So it's, it's kind of like, all right, these things happen. It can really be this bad. And especially for an elderly customer, they do find themselves stuck in a rut here. Probably a smartphone, flip phone would actually be a better case for this customer. But at the same time, we can't neglect them just because of their disability, right? So, the answer is have better trained staff, and a lot of this stuff can be avoided. And it looks like that's what they want to do. So hopefully they're owning this, taking the responsibility, and they will hopefully stay clear of these types of situations again, because these are sticky ones. These can lead into very, very long, expensive lawsuits over things that just require a little bit more training on the employee side. That's it. Have, special team, your tech team, give them a little more training with disability customers, because there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of disability customers that are starting to get rid of those flip phones, get into the smartphone game, and they really have no idea how to use them. And those are the customers that have the least amount of patience. So they're a headache waiting to happen. You really got to know what you're doing, dot your, I's and cross your T's with these types of customers, because they're just waiting to file complaints, and you don't want to be in a line of fire when they do. Like I said, it can be costly and definitely a headache. As always, thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.